the most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic, real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Welcome back, trackside, once again, race fans, here to the Turn 3 Racing Network. Tonight, we've got Turn 5 Motorsports back at the track. We're going to mix it up tonight in some open wheel machines. That's right, the US Formula 2000 right here at Lanier National Speedway, just outside of Road Atlanta, just across the street, as a matter of fact, here in Braselton, Georgia. 10 drivers slotted in for tonight's race. Nice, cool track here. These open wheel machines should have premium grip here on this 3/10 of a mile oval. It's going to be some fast time, some fast laps, so let's jump right to it and bring you some of those qualifying times. You see the 86 of Tommy D out there trying to lay down to his fast time in qualifying. How you doing? How you feeling out there in TV Land, race fans? Glad you'd all join us here tonight. As always, David the Cave bringing you all the calls from trackside. And as we said, let's go ahead and throw that qualifying pylon up to the left-hand side of your screen. Ethan Wilson taking the quick time here at Lanier. 12:75 fast lap for Wilson. He'll take the provisional pole for the time being. And qualifying just about halfway over. Only 2 drivers yet to put in there qualifying times. The 3:69 of John Sayer. in the 0-1-0 of Steve Trotter. Both of those drivers yet to put in their qualifying time. This is race number 2 here this season with the Turn 5 Motorsports drivers. So what do you say? We give you a little rundown in case you missed that last week's race. We'll get rid of that qualifying information. Nobody out there on the track is quiet. Music is quiet. So let's go ahead and head into some of your championship standings coming into race number 2 here tonight at Linear National Speedway. Walking away with the checkered flag, first one of the season. Sheldon Fittick got that 41 Arca Menards machine in front of the field at Homestead Miami Speedway last week. A rule fan at the 60 with a close second place. Ken Worley rounded out your podium drivers. There's Mark Axelson. He's been very quick here tonight. He showed up unloaded quick in his 69 machine here tonight. He's going to run third in qualifying. Running fourth in the point standings, there's Ethan Wilson, Steve Law, Tommy D, Frank. Robert right there in that 8th position. Gary Ragland. Richard Suddeth rounds out your top 10. It's going to be a long season for these drivers and a lot of different machines, a lot of different tracks coming up here at you. Rapid fire next week. We're going to head to North Wilkesboro Speedway. We're going to take the NASCAR Touring mods back and do some old school style racing at North Wilkesboro. Then we'll head back into the ARCA cars at Bristol. Then off into our first of 2 dirt races. We're going to hit the Pro Ford trucks, followed by the rally cars. So some great racing coming up in the next few weeks right here each and every Tuesday night on the Turn 3 Racing Network with the Turn 5 Motorsports sponsored Beef Jerky Unlimited Reloptix.com series and qualifying. Gonna wrap on up. Ethan Wilson's gonna take the provisional pole, and we're gonna step away for just a few quick commercial breaks. Head trackside for the national anthem, so don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be back with all your green flag action right here from Linear.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly wailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular their bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
And back trackside as drivers get ready to hit the starting grid. What do you say we get a little closer to the field? Lining up down there just behind the pace car. We're ready to fire things off here tonight from Lanier. As those bells begin to ring, we'll get ready to kick things off tonight, starting inside row number 1, taking the pole position here tonight inside the 41 machine, Ethan Wilson. Tommy D just to his outside in the 86, Mark Axelson and Jimmy P back in row 2. Row number 3 rolling off the starting grid here tonight inside in the 14, starting from the 5th position, Slick Rick. Carl Burke just to his outside. We got the 003 of Gutman starting in the 7th position. Outside row number 4, the 109 of Bender. John Sayer, Steve Trotter round out row number 5. And your full field here tonight. Everybody going to make their way off of turn 2. And we're going to get ready to fire things off. This time around, pace car will duck away. The music will fade away, and we will fire it off for the first time here tonight. Going to be interesting to see how these open wheel machines handle these side-by-side racing incidents. Well, I shouldn't call them incidents, I should say situations into the restart zone, and green flag flies for the first time here tonight from Lanier National Raceway. Great opening laps so far. No trouble for anybody. We got contact, and driver's going to go around contact. Back in the back of the field, we've got a caution early here. Lap number 2. Looks like the 109 of Bender has been involved in this one. Oh, some contact after the fact. Uh-oh, we're going to have some more to look at with the Reloptix replay. Let's check it for a moment. And there's the contact right there, the 14 involved. Slick Rick, a little bit of trouble early. He's going to be able to slide away from this one, though, but we've got some more contact. Let's check out this one after the fact. John Sayer, and I believe that may have been Gutman, involved in some extracurricular activities. Let's see what it is right here. There it is. Down on the bottom of the racetrack, that 003 slows up just a little bit too quickly for Sayer, and into the back of him, 4 drivers on the pit road. Early here tonight from Lanier. Whoa, and we've got all sorts of things going on. So an early caution brings the field back to a crawl. Everybody trying to chase after Ethan Wilson. There you can see that 49 just tucked in back behind the iRacing pace car. We'll get the one-finger wave, I believe, this time around to get set to fire things off. Once again here from Lanier in the Lanier long shot, 120. That's right, 120 laps around this short little track. Drivers turning in sub 13-second lap times. And, you know, something we haven't thought about at all until just now. It just hit my mind. Fuel mileage. Are these drivers going to be able to go 120 laps without refueling these things? Pit road is going to be very tricky. We'll find out shortly, I hope. Pace car down and away, and we're back underway. Once again, green flag flies here at Lanier. Top 3 sort things out amongst themselves. Looks like Steve Trotter having a little bit of trouble in the background. The 1-0, a little bit off pace. And now Gutman going to have to pull that 003 back to pit road. And we'll be back under caution once again here from Lanier. Debris caution here early at Lanier. So I tell you what, let's get a little perspective here on the track. Let's go high above the track here. You've seen it in qualifying. We're going to go with the turn 3 blimp cam right here just for a little bit more. Look at all the fans in the stands. 90% sold out house here tonight at Lanier. Everybody interested in seeing what these open wheel machines will be able to do. The speeds are very quick. The reaction time is even smaller. You have got to be on it here tonight from Lanier. Drivers looking to try to have a good finish, good solid showing here tonight. Able to drop a handful of races throughout this season. So last week's race winner, Sheldon Fiddick, skipping out on tonight's race. This will be one of those drop races for Sheldon and his crew, but look for him to be back on track here in the next week or so. And we're going to get ready to go once again. Field on the gas, and green flag flies one more time here from Lanier National Raceway. Back under caution once again. Looks like we've got trouble on the track. Trouble as Steve Trotter has some issues. Let's go check the Reloptix replay for this one. Gonna take a look back here, and everything seems to... Oh, not quite sure what happened there. Oh, and there you go. Yeah, that's definitely some trouble. Definitely some trouble early here tonight. Drivers having a little bit of a rough go getting started in these open wheel machines, and that's something that it's tough to kind of get used to. I'm not going to pull any punches. It's tough to get used to the distances that are allowable in these open wheel machines. You think that there's some net code going on those heavy tin tops, the NASCAR machines out there, but that bubble, that net code area can be pretty off-putting. The slightest little bit of contact can completely upset these machines. They are built to turn with downforce, so the faster you're able to keep them, the more they're going to hug the racetrack. And we're just going to have to see how these drivers go on this latest restart. We'll get the one to go this time around. The single file back behind your pole sitter, your race leader. Ethan Wilson going to see the one to go this time around, and we'll get set to fire things off once again here from Lanier. Lap number 17 underway. We'll take lap 18 when the green flag drops. And it looks like pace car lights are going to stay on, so we're going to go one more lap around the track before we get set to drop the hammer once again. And there you go. Pace car lights are going to go off this time by, so we are set to go back green flag racing. Wilson and Axelson on row number 1 for the restart. P and Rick right there in row 2. Sayers and Tommy D going to make up row number 3. And we're going to head out of turn 3 into 4. Pace car going to duck off, and here we go. Green flag flies once again to hear from Lanier, and we're going to take a look back here in the back of the pack. We're going to look around just a little bit, see what we can see. There you can see some hot and heavy action in the back of the racetrack. Let's go back here with John Sayer. He's going to have to pull his 369 to pit lane, and that's going to put him off of the lead lap. Tough going early here. Let's go back up front. We've got more trouble. Carl Burke has an issue. Burke and Gutman caught up and involved in this latest one. So let's go and see what happened. Let's see what went on with Burke here. Oh, just into the corner, a little too shallow, and that machine's just going to turn. Oh, just turning. There you go. Wiped out at the end. That's where Gutman caught a piece of the action. And that's going to spell trouble for both of those drivers. They're going to be on pit lane for quite an extended stay. Just 22 laps into tonight's race on our 4th caution. And we've got drivers with some big time trouble ahead of them here tonight. Big uphill battle for a handful of drivers. Looks like Gutman's crew's down there thrashing away in the pit box, trying to get that 003 back out there on the track. Your top 3 have elected to stay out on the track, so Wilson, Axelson, Jimmy P will keep their positions at the front. Tommy D, Slick Rick, and John Sayer all down to pit lane. Is going to be stuck on pit road for an extended stay, so he will drop off of the lead lap and back into the 6th position out of the top 5. Tommy D going to be able to get back out on track quick enough. A long pit road here, over 55 seconds to get on and off of pit road. A quick stop for Tommy D in that 86 machine, and you can see he will line up outside row number 2. 4 drivers left on the lead lap, and we're ready to drop the hammer here from Lanier at a turn 4, and away we go. Green flag flies once again here tonight from Lanier. 49 in control of this race, has led every single lap. Wilson looking to step away, looking to back up that qualifying time with some fast laps here. We're going to turn in a 13:07 for the fastest time for that 49, leading the way. Mark Axelson, Jimmy P, Tommy D, all going at it. 2nd, 3rd, 4th right here. Throw a blanket over these 3 drivers as it looks like looking to secure the laps led early here tonight. Is Wilson already stepping away over a half a second advantage for that 49. The big battle right here between these 3 drivers. We got 1 driver around in the back. We're going to stay green flag racing. Race officials see him getting that machine back underway and headed back in the right direction. So we'll stay green flag racing here off of turn number 4. Side by side action for 3rd. Tommy D and Mark Axelson going at it. Axelson going to lose that position, so he'll drop from second back to fourth, trying to regroup and trying to regain those positions. The 55 of Jimmy P going to take over that second spot. Tommy D fighting hard down there on the bottom of the racetrack, trying to gain a little bit of time, but you got to be careful about how close you run to these open wheel machines. You can get caught out pretty quickly if you're not careful here. Wilson already beginning to stretch those legs and flex his muscles at the front. 2-second advantage, or nearly a 2-second advantage, I should say. And, a little bit of a connection issue there. We're gonna have some electrical problems. Try to make sure we get those all sorted out for you as Wilson continues to stretch it at the front. Running in to some lap traffic here on lap number 34 out of the 120 scheduled in tonight's official race distance. Jimmy P starting to open up the gap as well and fall into a good second place spot. Tommy D, Mark Axelson right there still running third and fourth. Underway, green flag laps beginning to turn in, and we are clicking them off quick. Already a quarter of the way through tonight's race here at Lanier in these U.S. Formula 2000 machines. The Beef Jerky Unlimited 86 of Tommy D looking to secure a podium position. Mark Axelson trying to spoil the show in that 69 machine just behind him. Axelson running very well here tonight. Started in third, running in fourth. Tommy D also started one position better than where he's at on the track right now. Tommy D started in that second spot, now running in third. Easton Wilson holding serve at the front of the field. 369 with a little bit of a tail whip action there. Little fishtailing going on. Trying to get the grip in those cold tires, and that Napa Auto Parts number 369. John Sayre runs in the fifth position, but he is trapped 3 laps down. We've had early trouble by a handful of drivers here tonight. 10 drivers took to the starting grid. 4 of them early exits from the track. Bender will walk away 10th. 9th goes to Steve Trotto, Carl Burke, and Slick Rick. The next 2 victims on the list here tonight for Lanier. This little lady, the bull ring, claiming some bodies tonight in Georgia. Meanwhile, up at the front, let's go back to your race leader, turning in some quick times lap after lap. Of 12:77 turned in last time around. Only driver faster is Tommy D back there in that third position as we watch this 49 really hug that yellow line through the center of these corners. Look at that apex right there. Going to keep it right down near the bottom. Late little drive off of the corner, and look at that. That is a thing of beauty. Beautiful line for Wilson here tonight. It's going to be hard to run him back down. Although Jimmy P slowly closing in. Let's go check on this number 55 machine. You can see him. He's actually putting those left side tires down there on that yellow line. Let's jump on board. Let's ride along real quick here. Looks like he needs a little bit of tear-off action going on here. Starting to get a little bit dirty on the visor. Now we got trouble. Trouble on the track. Caution flag flies for the 5th time here tonight. We'll jump back outside of the car and see what we can see. And we're hearing word Tommy D has had some trouble. So let's go check the replay. Let's see what happened to Tommy. Down into the corner. Oh, and it looked like the car was starting to come out from under him. A little bit of a correction. See a lot of hard impact to that outside wall. That is a tough one right there. I believe we do have an onboard camera shot of this one as well. So what do you say we go back one more time and check this replay? Riding on board with the Beef Jerky Unlimited number 86, Tommy D. And there it is. Car just starts to, oh my gosh. completely broke that left front. And that is some very hard impact, very significant impact for that 86. So we'll jump back outside the car, back with your race leaders. What do they do this time around? Wilson P. Axelson still on the lead lap, but will they come to pit road this time by just 9 laps away from the halfway point? We're working our way around the track. Caution number 5 here tonight for the Turn 5 Motorsports drivers. And no takers to pit lane. The only driver going to head down pit lane is Tommy D, and he's going to be fixing his machine. Looks like he's going to fall at least 1 or 2 laps down here tonight. So a tough break for Tommy D, as now you can see John Sayer receiving the lucky dog. He's going to get one of his laps back, and now Sayer going to be listed a 1 lap down. Still in that lucky dog position, back in the 4th spot. And oh no, we got trouble. Sayer trying to get around the track, and he's gonna step on his toes, spin the machine, and it's gonna be interesting to see what happens here. And he's gonna be stuck back 2 laps down once again as the pace car's down and away. Green flag flies. A lot of action right there to try to figure out what was going on. And Sayer gonna get stuck back 2 laps down. Tommy D still on the pit lane. They're gonna drop the jack, let him begin to roll down pit lane now, but he's going to fall yet another lap down, if not maybe 2, as we work our way down the backstretch back into turn number 3. Once again, lap number 56 goes on the board this time by as Wilson starts to step away early here on this green flag run. Back across the start-finish line, we'll take a look at these drivers all heading off of turn number 2, coming at you once again. A lot of space for these drivers here. Everybody looking for a little bit of real estate. Top 3 drivers left on the lead lap. Wilson still shows the way. He's led every single lap here tonight, and he's just got to lead a handful more to walk away with the most laps led here from Lanier. And the Lanier long shot, a 120. Tell you what, let's shift our focus, race fans, if you don't mind. Let's go back here. Let's take a look where Mark Axelson's running. There you can see that 69 machine trying to close back in on Jimmy P. P started from the 4th position, now currently running in the 2nd spot. So a good run for him so far here tonight. Up 5 positions from where he qualified, but still trapped 2 laps down at this point is that 369 of John Sayer. You can see Sayer just off in the background. Catch a glimpse of his machine coming out of turn number 2 right there behind Mark Axelson. So he's going to need another caution or 2 here. Sayer's going to need another caution or 2 to try to get himself back onto the lead lap. Tommy D has since rejoined the racetrack, but he is multiple laps down here, now 6 laps down, running in that 5th position. The 003 still trying to scratch, fight, and claw his way into a better finish. The 003 of Gutman out there running in the 6th position, 16 laps down as we cross the line this time around. Lap number 66 will go on the board. We'll jump around the track just a little bit, trying to showcase a handful of these drivers. Going to take a look right here at this 55 machine, running in the 2nd position, running into some lap traffic. Momentarily was your race leader. That allowed the 55 to begin to close back in on Wilson, and we may have a battle for the race lead. After securing the most laps led here tonight in the Lanier long shot 130 Euro pole sitter, Ethan Wilson has led every single lap here tonight from Lanier, but now he is going to have to fight for a position A little bit of a wiggle as the front tires begin to struggle off of turn number 2. 55 of Jimmy P going to close in just a little bit more. And although this is a really short track, almost, if you get the line right, you could probably run this thing as a complete circle. But the downforce, I wonder what the dirty air is doing to these machines. Not a whole lot that these drivers can do in the cockpits in comparison to the new age Dallara IR18s. A lot of stuff you can do with the anti-roll bars and the weight jackers and everything like that. These machines, a little bit more rudimentary. So not as much for these drivers to mess with, so I'm wondering just how much the dirty air is affecting that 55 of Jimmy P, because you've seen him close in from just around a second back to just about 3 to 4 tenths, and he's just kind of hit a brick wall here. And I wonder if the air is going to mess the tires up in here, have them overheating those front tires as a big dive into the corner. He's going to be right on the gearbox of Wilson that time through the corner. And I tell you what, we've got to slow it down once again. We've got another caution. Looks like Tommy D has had some more trouble here tonight. So a tough track here tonight for Tommy D in that 86 crew. So what do you say? Do we got it? We got one? Okay. We're going to go ahead to the replay. You can see the Beef Jerky Unlimited number 86 coming off of turn number 2, and a little bit of a wiggle there. Back down into turn 3, trying to pitch it down, and it's going to come around. Tail end of the machine just comes around, and that was close for your race leaders. They were right there. Not hitting anything, so that's a good thing for Tommy D this time. But it is going to put him yet another lap down as we go back up front with your race leader, who's led every single lap here tonight. We'll cross the line. Lap number 79 will now go on the charts. John Sayre going to get one of his laps back, so he's inched closer to a chance to battle for a podium position. He's going to need another caution here without being caught up and involved in anything else. Wilson P. Axelson look like they're all going to stay out on the track. Two-thirds of the way through tonight's race here from Linear National Speedway. And the Linear Long Shot 130. Want to give a big shout out to Beef Jerky Unlimited coming on board, sponsoring this season. Also sponsoring a ton of stuff, ton of different drivers, teams, as well as other series here on iRacing.com, the world's #1 racing simulator. If you're looking to jump in a car and lay down sometimes without having to worry about, well, the medical bills or the racing expenses, You wanna jack up a Jaguar? They got those. We've got Mercedes GT4s. We've got the Daytona prototypes. Any and every car you could possibly think of, from asphalt to dirt, right here on iRacing.com. Pace car ducks off. All the gas again. We'll get up through the gears, and green flag flies one more time here at Linear National Speedway. Race leader with a little bit of a challenge this time. All over the rear gearbox is that 55 of Jimmy P. He's going to close in once again on Wilson. Ethan not having any of it. Not going to rattle his cage. Not going to bust his nerves one bit. Up there, white knuckle moments for that 55. If he gets a little bit loose out of the corner, he's going to give up some time and drop a half a second back. Mark Axelson looking to pounce right here. You can see that 69 starting to slowly pick up the pace as we're back on the green flag once again after our fifth caution here tonight from Lanier. And these open wheel machines, make no mistake about it, these are not just simple, easy cars to drive. Everybody has that impression that, you know, these open wheel cars, you get in them, you press the gas, and you just hold it and turn, and it goes. And although these cars are I want to say darty, And for those of you that drive these things, you understand the terminology. I think they're real pointy on the front, and it can catch out a lot of the heavy tin top drivers. It can catch out drivers that are used to those heavier machines. This car right here, only 500 kilograms. Not kilograms, kilos. I apologize. And we've got trouble. We got trouble. Caution flag flies here. Contact. And once again, caution will fly. Let's go back. Let's see what happened here. Contact between the 69 and the 86. Trouble on the track for Axelson and Tommy D. And that's going to put us under caution once again here tonight from Lanier. And on to pit road comes Jimmy P, the 55. Gonna come and get some fresh tires. Man all alone out there by himself on the lead lap. Old tires on that 49 machine. And he may be a sitting duck. John Sayer gonna see himself back onto the lead lap. He'll restart right in that fourth position as Jimmy P and Mark Axelson bolt to pit lane. Both in their pit boxes, already down and away comes that 55. Axelson looking to drop the hammer and head off a pit road as well, so they'll be able to keep themselves on the lead lap. So a good job by both of those drivers and crew to get their machines back out there on the track. Back out before the pace car could get around and before they gave up a lap. So we now have 4 drivers back on the lead lap, battling for a checkered flag right around the corner of 100 laps into tonight's Lanier long shot. We're going to drop the hammer once again, get on the loud pedal, and we'll have 25 laps remaining here tonight. And we got trouble! Trouble in the back. Did you see it? Caution, trouble. Looks like something broke on, I believe that may have been that 003 of Gutman. I believe it was Gutman that had a problem. Let's go here. Let's check it out. Let's see what happened here. And it looks like a tire just broke here. Coming to the start, the car just kind of goes way up the track. There it is. Caught up to the, oh yeah, and the right front. Definitely some trouble on that right front as we go back with your race leader. New race leader for the first time tonight. We can say it. New man showing the way. Jimmy P gonna take over that top spot as Ethan Wilson came to pit road to get 4 fresh tires and give himself a fighting chance at the race win. He was a sitting duck there on those old tires with all of the drivers coming down pit lane last time around, so kind of forced the hand of that 49 who has been just ultra quick all night long. Opened up a race lead of over 1.5 seconds at one point in time here tonight. He's going to have to get the job quick and get it done relatively quickly. I mean, he's not going to have but a handful of laps to get this thing done, and he's going to restart from that 4th position. But man, it's going to be, whew, this is about to get good. I'm telling you, it's the old adage of business about to pick up, but with 21 laps remaining, 20 when we drop the green flag. It's going to be a short shootout to who can walk away with the checkered flag here tonight from Lanier National Speedway. You can see drivers trying to warm up the tires a little bit, trying to get some grip out of these machines. And how about this? From 2 laps down back into a podium position, he'll start second driver inside lane. That's the 369 of John Sayer, the Napa Auto Parts. 369 has recovered well. All the gas quick as the pace car ducks off and green flag flies as Jimmy P tries to catch the field sleeping. He'll step away. Wilson already battling for the second spot. Here comes the 49. Wilson down on the bottom of the racetrack, and he'll take second spot away with a fair amount of ease. Now the battle's going to be for third and fourth. Let's check it out. There you can see Tommy D in the 86 Beef Jerky Unlimited car. He's still right here battling, even though he is 6 laps down. And oh, we got a driver around. We got a self-spin right there off of turn number 4. Looks like he's going to get that corrected, and John Sayer going to be all right, but he's going to be well behind the field as we go back up front. Battle for the race lead getting ready to unfold. There you can see the 55 of Jimmy P trying to keep it out front. Ethan Wilson trying to track him down. The 49 closes in through 1 and 2 this time around. Back off of the backstretch, they'll hold serve. 55 hugging that double yellow line, or that dotted yellow line, I should say. 15 to go that time around. Ken Wilson find a way to get back to the point. He led over 2/3 of tonight's race. And could it be pit strategy that wins the race for this 55? Close action between P and Wilson. Back through the corner. Wilson right there in second, trying to regain the race lead. Does he have enough time to work his way around Kenny? Aggravate, annoy, distract race leader Jimmy P enough to catch him slipping and pick up the pieces. 11 laps to go this time by as the field's going to work their way off of turn number 4. Back across the stripe into turn 1 we go. Great racing action here from Lanier National Speedway. Back through the corners once again, crossing the line. Just 10 remain here from Lanier. The Lanier long shot 120 for the Beef Jerky Unlimited. Reloptix.com sponsored Turn 5 Motorsports. Man, I'm telling you what, I don't know. I'm not sure. Wilson has got oh, and he's gonna make contact with the outside wall. I was gonna say Wilson doesn't look to seem to have the same machine back in dirty air, and he's gonna make contact with the outside wall, and that's gonna slow his roll just a little bit more. Tommy D with some fast times right now. Tommy D looking for a way to get by second place runner Ethan Wilson. Man, since coming to pit road, Wilson has had a struggle on his hands. Will cross the line with just 6 laps remaining. Jimmy P stepping away. It's all but in the bag for him. We don't know if it's all over, though, because we could possibly see a late race caution. Jimmy P out to a 1.5 second advantage with 4 laps to go. He's wanting to see this thing clean and green to the end of tonight's race. Mark Axelson slowly starts to close back in on Wilson, who's been battling with Tommy D all over his gearbox. 3 to go next time around. We'll see the popsicle sticks on display for your race leader who runs into some lap traffic. To the top of the racetrack goes P, and we see 2 laps to go. 1 to go this time across the line here from Lanier National Speedway. The 55 of Jimmy P waited in the wings. Strategy paid off, and into 3 for the final time. Will come off of 4, crossing the line. Checkered flag flies. Your race winner here tonight in the Lanier long shot. That's gonna be the 55 of Jimmy P. A little bit of a extracurricular love taps going on there from the 369. But man, what a job. Well done. What a run here tonight for your race winner inside of that 55. Jimmy P going to collect his first checkered flag of the season. And we're going to step away for just a brief moment, get things set up and ready to go for your post-race interview. So don't go anywhere. Race fans will be right back. And back high above the racetrack as we get set and ready for your post-race show here tonight. So what do you say we dive right into it? What do you say we get to some of these drivers? Let's go see if we can't have a word with third place runner here, walking away with third here tonight inside of the 69. Mark, it's Dave. You got a copy?
I'm here.
Hey, man, glad you're here. Glad you could be here with us here tonight. A little bit of a crazy little show here tonight in these open wheel machines. Give us a little bit of the race from your vantage point of what you've seen out there tonight.
Well, we got a bunch of guys used to driving different cars than this, so coming in here with trying something new for all of us. So it was a little fun, a little tricky for some, worked out well for others, but it was a good time, I think, for all of us.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I personally, I really like these open wheel machines on a lot of different tracks. Coming into tonight's race, I knew it's a bit of a short track. It's going to be a little bit of a rough go for these drivers. So how were you able to parlay your way into a podium here tonight?
Well, I think tonight was just about trying to avoid anything and staying on track, and tires weren't much of an issue, and it was just getting used to how to drive these things around an oval.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Mark, another good finish for you here to start things off this season. You walked away, I believe, with a fourth place showing last week, going to make one step improvement into third here tonight. So, as we look forward to the touring mods next week at North Wilkesboro, I don't know. What do you say? You think we can keep the trend and maybe talk to you from second?
Well, that's my goal. My goal is just slow and steady. Guys are typically faster on these different styles of tracks, but I'm pretty consistent at most of them. So my goal this season is to just keep up.
Well, you're keeping up very well here as the season has kicked off. Mark, again, congratulations with a great podium finish here tonight. So before we let you go, would you like to give any shout outs, thank yous, love yous, maybe thank anybody back home or at the shop?
I just want to thank the guys for putting these races on, and thank you for broadcasting it. And just looking forward to next week.
All right, my man. Well, again, stay safe, keep it fast, and we'll see if we can catch up with you next week at North Wilkesboro.
Great. Thank you, Dave.
All right, there you have it. Final few parting words from the driver that rounded out the podium here tonight, walking away with third from Lanier, the California native. Mark Axelson in the 69 finishes out tonight's race from third. Ethan Wilson, your pole sitter here tonight, prior post-race obligations for that 49 machine, but took the pole position here tonight. Had a great run, great showing, late pit strategy, caught that 49 out, and he's going to go from leading the most laps to finishing second here tonight. Right on along and into victory lane we go to see if we can't grab a word or two with new race winner. First time this season we can attach that to his name. Jimmy, it's Dave. How you feeling in victory lane?
Oh, pretty good, pretty good. Didn't really have anything for Ethan on, old tires. We had that one caution there at the end, and we were just kind of, he made a comment about, probably be a good time to get some tires. And I was like, yeah, maybe I will. So I ducked in to get new tires, and then he went in to get some and forgot to check his tires. And then, so we had that last restart, and he came up through the field really fast. And I thought, what in the heck, man? I mean, I got new tires. I was thinking he had new tires. I'm like, how was he getting up there so fast? But, found out he had old tires. But so I guess it was his pressures were up, where my tire pressures were down. But then once they came up there at the end, I just started pulling away, pulling away. But it was fun. You know, didn't have anything for Ethan. Just the aero push behind the cars was, just trying to run a little lower, a little higher or something. But it was a blast. I mean, it was fun. And, man, I appreciate you doing this, doing what you're doing and with the broadcasting. And, man, I want to thank Tommy D with Beef Jerky Unlimited and Reloptix and Sheldon for putting all this together. I love the concept of what they're doing with all the different kind of cars and everything. So, if we got guys that are not so great on oval, but are great on road, they can pick up there. And guys that are great on dirt, they can pick up there. I think it really evens out the field.
Yeah, absolutely. I think there's a big mix of machines for you drivers to have to overcome here tonight. I mean, well, not just tonight, but all throughout the season. 5 different machines, a lot of different racetracks that you guys are going to be visiting. So some different aspects of drivers' skill sets are going to be put to the test. And look like you're pretty quick in these open wheel machines, so we're going to see how you go at it next week in another open wheel machine at North Wilkesboro. Do you think we can possibly see you visit Victory Lane back-to-back race weekends here with the series?
I probably would say no, because the competition level in this league is so high. And with us running all the different types of vehicles that we're going to be running, there's, like I said, we've got guys that are going to be better on oval and certain type of cars, and guys better on road and off road and road. And I really look forward to seeing a bunch of different winners, and I think that's what's going to happen. And I look forward to that. And if that's the case, that the competition is going to be so great. It's so much better to have close racing like that than just having somebody just run away with it. You know what I mean? So I'm really looking forward to, man, some good competition with all of us. I mean, gosh, if we go run rally next, I know it's not next week, but if I finish last next week, I'm like, man, you know what I mean? I had a good week before, but here we go, man. We got the week after that. Maybe I can pick it up because I'm good at this or something, And I think that's everybody can look forward to that. They can look forward to what's coming up and go, there's my strong suit. There's my strong suit. So I'm gonna try really hard next week at North Wilkesboro. I like it. I like oval, and we'll see what happens. I mean, no, I don't. I'm saying there might be a chance, but I don't know how good the chance is. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, man. Well, no matter how you go about it, we're going to go to North Wilkesboro and be seeing if you can't get to the post-race show once again in any form of capacity. And we couldn't agree with you more. This season's going to be an absolute barn burner. I think we're going to have multiple different race winners. But tonight, it's your night to shine, and it's your time for the mic. So we're going to, before we let you go, we're going to hand you the mic. Would you like to give any shout-outs, thank yous, love yous? Thank anybody back home or at your shop?
Well, like I said, man, I just want to thank the sponsors, Beef Jerky Unlimited, Tommy D, Reloptix. I mean, if it weren't for them and Sheldon, none of us would be here, man. And Dave, thank you for coming in and doing what you're doing. I mean, you're at that next level to what we're doing. And just look forward to the good hard racing, the different types of tracks we're going to be running. I honestly hope we have a different winner every week. And if we could have a different winner every week, man, that would be an amazing accomplishment for this league. And I think that would allow the league to grow if people see that kind of stuff, where if they see somebody or two or three people winning all the time, you'd be like, people come in and go like, I don't know. But man, if you see a league and they're like, man, we had 10 races and we had like 8 different winners or whatever, that looks good for the league.
Yeah, absolutely. Couldn't agree with you more on that one. But Jimmy, again, congratulations on the first checkered flag of the season. We'll see if it's the first of many more to come. So until we see you again, my man, stay safe and keep it fast.
Thanks, sir. Thank you, Dave. Thanks everybody for watching.
All right, there you have it. Final few parting words from the man that walked away with the checkered flag at hand, top of the speed charts at the end of tonight's linear long shot. That was the 55 of Jimmy P. We do want to take this moment to apologize. Had a little bit of a break up with the live track feed, so unfortunately not able to bring you those trackside pictures, but we'll have to see what happened with the wiring and get that all worked out and squared away for next week's race. But nonetheless, another great night here tonight with the Turn 5 Motorsports drivers in the Beef Jerky Unlimited Reloptix.com sponsored season. What a great open wheel race as producers hitting those buttons. You know the sounds, it's time for us to run down the unofficial race results right here from Linear. Walking away with the top spot, checkered flag in hand. That's going to be the 55 of Jimmy P. Ethan Wilson back in second with Mark Axelson. Walking away in third, John Sayre going to come home in fourth, and rounding out your top 5, the 86 of Tommy D. 003 of Gutman will come home in 6th with Slick Rick right behind him in 7th. 8th place tonight to Carl Burke. Steve Trotter going to walk away 9th from the track. And Bender in the 109 will finish out your running order here from Linear National Speedway. That's going to pretty much do it for us. We're going to get ready to cut off the lights and roll up the cords and get set to head to North Wilkesboro. We're going to have an old school track, an old school feel. We're going to put those NASCAR Will and Tour modified machines out there on the track. That's going to be another barn burner next Tuesday night right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. But first, before you go, show these drivers some love and appreciation as always. Join us in that quest to 3,000 subscribers. So these drivers that love and drop the thumbs up, click subscribe, smash that little bell over there on the right-hand side. Get notified anytime we go live. You don't need a calendar. You'll get a fancy little ring to let you know we're about to go racing right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. So from myself, Dave in the Cave, and everybody else back at the Turn 3 headquarters, we do appreciate each and every one of you, each and every time you stop by. So until then, stay safe, stay loved, my friends, and we'll meet you in Turn 3.